Hi friends, I hope you're doing well. Okay, so you'd be like, what madness is this? What are you doing with all these containers here? So okay, give me a second to explain. So I love cut flowers, and naturally I would plant them in the garden mixed in between. So like right here we have some zinnias, and I would have plant them mixed in between my regular plants, right? But I want to dedicate an area to the garden just for cut flowers. Okay, so in front of us we have this arbor, which I have two beautiful roses on both ends, which will climb up the arbor and wrap itself around. It's a Super Dorothy rambling rose from heirloomroses.com. So the idea behind this is some stepping stones. It's gonna come from all the way from the front of the house, make a pathway, and come all the way here with some stepping stones. This, I should be doing this next spring, but I wanted to do some cool flowers right now. I'm in zone 6B, so now is a perfect time for me to plant some cool flowers. So I want to do that, but I need a specific space dedicated just to the cool flowers, just for those cutting flowers. All right friends, with some magic, here we are. So the beds are defined and they're dug, and in the spring, as I said before, I'm just gonna put some rocks around it just to define the space. But I'm so excited about this, so we're gonna go and we're gonna plant some cool flowers. So here I am creating a little trench to put the seeds in. Not sure if that's the correct word, but you can see what I mean. While doing so, I'm making sure the trench is cleared of rocks or particles that will block the seeds from germinating. As you can see, I'm using the edge of the rake. It doesn't have to be perfect, so don't worry about if it's not perfect. So what is the concept cool flowers? It is when hardy flowers prefer growing in colder temperature. These flowers will bloom in spring, and then you can continue with succession planting thereafter. So you're gonna have cut flowers in spring as opposed to your regular bulbs you will plant, like your tulips and your daffodil or your hyacinth. You will actually have real flowers. They are hardy annuals that will survive your hardiness zone and should be planted 6 to 8 weeks before the first frost. I garden in zone 6B, and now it's mid-September and my first frost is around the end of October. So now is a perfect time for me to plant these cool flower seeds. However, I have to give credit to Lisa Mason Ziegler, who has over 25 years as a cut flower farmer. She is the author of Cool Flowers, How to Grow and Enjoy Long Blooming Hardy Annual Flowers Using Cool Weather Techniques. If you're interested in this concept or cut flowers in general, you can find her book on Amazon, and also I will leave her YouTube channel below where she shares a wealth of information about cut flowers. She is indeed an excellent teacher. Anyways, let's get into what cool flower seeds I'll be sowing now. Our first cool flower seed packet is Nigella, also known as Love in a Mist or Devil in the Bush. Such a beautiful flower, and it comes in different colors. This is an heirloom seed packet. I purchased all these seeds from Raw Seeds, ROHRER. The name is on the screen there for you, and they're located in Lancaster, and I got my seeds within 2 business days, okay, and the service was phenomenal. I also have other seeds I purchased from them, which I'll probably do a video on later in spring, but these in front of us, we're only gonna focus on the cool flower plants. All right, so I'm gonna go over some requirements about the Nigella. It takes 14 to 20 days to germinate. It will grow 18 to 24 inches high, and it reseeds itself, so keep that in mind. And it's a hardy annual, hence why we're planting it in fall season. Your Nigella will bloom spring and summer. It is an easy plant to take care of, and you can plant these in succession every 3 weeks to keep getting blooms to use as cut flowers. And here's the back of what the instructions are on the back. Up next is Bachelor Butter. This was $1.99, and this is a polka dot mixture of different colors in the seed packet. And with the Bachelor Butter, I planted these this year inside, and nothing, the seeds did not germinate. So when I was doing my research, I recommend that you should plant these in the fall. So that's why this is one of the selections I chose to plant in the fall. And your Bachelor button, it is hardy from zones 2 to 11, and apparently it comes back every year in your garden. And this will germinate within 14 days, and it blooms early summer and just also before your frost. And also they're known as cornflower. I did some research and they're known as cornflower, and accordingly they were frequent weeds in fields of corn and other grain. So they were weeds, and look, they're like one of the favorite flowers out there. Isn't that interesting, right? And right here it says it's a pollinator attractor. So I can't wait for these guys to bloom and get some cut flowers from them. Up next we have Larkspur. I love Larkspur. I planted some of these from seeds, and the butterflies love this plant. The issue with this, what I did, I put the seeds in the fridge for like maybe 3 weeks or so, and that helped with the germination process. So I'm gonna put them in the fall, so hopefully it will help with the germination process throughout the winter, and I don't have to go through. I put them in the fridge, the seeds, and I planted them outside. Then I had them outside in nursery containers, and strangely they did well. So hence why I have this selection. So these will grow very tall. They go up to 48 inches tall, okay? And they germinate within 21 to 28 days. And your Larkspur loves cool temperature. It grows spring to early summer and fall. And not only you can plant this in full sun, it also likes partial shade, so keep that in mind. And it's easy to grow, and it grows quickly. So look at this. This is going to be beautiful to cut as flowers. Up next is Bells of Ireland. I love that name. So Bells of Ireland, they're a spring flower and early summer, and they will take 14 to 21 days to germinate, and they grow 24 to 30 inches tall, and they prefer full sun or partial shade. They're also self-seeders, so if you leave the plant in the ground, they will self-seed for you, and they're hardy from zones 2 to 11. And I've never planted this before, but when I was researching it, it said it smells like lavender, or it has a vanilla smell, and of course it's a pollinator attractor. Any plant that has this funnel shape is will definitely be a pollinator attractor. And it has a long face life of 2 weeks. So once again, this is a reason why I chose this to be perfect to add to my cut flower arrangements. All right, so here's a look of what it looks like. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see these come to life in the spring. And the last cool flower seed packet we have is White Bishop's Lace. I think this one was $2.99. So this is an annual wildflower, and it's native to North America. It's often mistaken for Queen Anne's lace. I thought so too. So when I did the research, I saw that. So it's often mistaken for Queen Anne's lace. And if you look at the flower here, the flower has a round shape, and the shape of the flower on top, the head of the flower, will be 5 to 6 inches with white blooms, beautiful blooms. And this is also good to plant in late spring, and you can do this in succession planting, where you could probably plant every 2 weeks or 3 weeks. But then again, you have to look at your zone you're in and your hardiness and all of that. So this is a perfect cool flower, and this will be a perfect cool flower to plant now, and also it'd be perfect in the vase. All right, it makes beautiful bouquet arrangements. All right friends, so here they are once again: Bachelor's Button, Nigella Love in a Mist, Bells of Ireland, Heirloom White Bishop Lace, and Larkspur. Those are my selections for cool flowers. And as I said to you before, I got it in zone 6B, and my frost will be towards the end of October, so I need to get these in the ground so the seeds can do what they need to do. So we're gonna plant these, and as I said, I'm not gonna plant all of the seeds, I'm gonna plant some. Anyways, let's get these seeds in the garden here, these Cornflower seeds. And as you saw early on, I dig my rows here, so I'm gonna put the seed in between there and then lightly cover them, and it's gonna be it. And we're expecting rain in the next 2 days, so I'm not gonna water them now, there's no point to that, but I just need to get them in the ground so they can do their thing, and then when it rains tomorrow, it'd be perfect. I don't have to do anything, and I'm only gonna use one bed. I'm not gonna use both of the beds. So this side here, I'll use this and dedicate this to the summer plants like zinnias, the sunflower, so I'll do those in the spring, so I'm not gonna take up the 2 beds here. All right, so let's get these in the I have the seeds in a container here so they don't blow away. But this is a Larkspur. It's said to the depth is 1/8 and spacing is 10 to 12 inches. So I'm gonna do maybe 2 seeds also, just I have issues with germination, so I'm not gonna do just 1 seed according to this. I'll do a few just in case we have any issues. But this is what the seeds for the Larkspur looks like. Very black, dark looking. So I'm not sure if you can see these, but I want to give you a close-up. Do you see the black right here? Yep, those are the seeds in here. So I just sprinkled some and just sprinkle them all the way in here, and then I'm gonna lightly take some of the loose soil and cover the area. Anyway, so let's get the rest in the ground. We have the white bishop's lace, and this is what a seed looks like. So we're gonna do the same for all of the rows I dug here, but I just wanted to show you what the seeds look like. And here we have the bells of Ireland. I like that these seeds are bigger and they're harder, so it's easier for me to direct sow. But with these, it said 15 inches per seed at a 1/4 depth. Okay, so these I don't need to plant as deep as the other ones. We have the Bachelor's button. I'm so excited about these, I can't wait. And with these, it said 1/8 is the depth, and plant spacing 8 to 12 inches also. But as I said before, don't do one, do a couple just in case the seeds don't germinate, because you just never know with nature, right? I have the Nigella Love in a Mist. I love that these are big and they're black, so it's easy to sow them. And it's a 7-inch plant spacing and also the same depth as the other one. So let's get these guys in the ground. Almost done. If I cover this up, I wanted to show you this. Do you see the seeds here? So I like that you can actually see this one, because you can actually see it. So I'm just gonna take some of the loose soil and do this. These are grass clippings, not too concerned about that. And just go all the way down until they're covered. I'm just gonna do 1 row because it's really hard holding the phone while showing you what I'm doing. By no means am I a pro at this. I just love to garden, so I just use the space I have just to garden and cut flowers, do different plantings and all of that. I don't think the grass would hurt anything. All right, friends, so we're done. I'm so excited, yay, finally. And I'm just gonna leave it alone so the rain will just water in the seeds. But as you can see here, I lightly put some soil over the seeds just to make sure they're covered and not exposed to the elements of nature like the wind, the birds, the rodents, like all of the above. And right there I put sticks there so I know I can plant more stuff here. I may do some tulips here, but I haven't received my tulip order as yet. So the stick is just a mark for me to know I can plant stuff from that point to the end. All right, friends, so it's been 1 week since I planted these seeds, and it rained every day for almost 7 to 8 days. Okay, it rained non-stop. So I just got a chance and I came out here to see if I could see anything, and oh my goodness, look at this. Do you see these little baby ones here? These are the seeds already germinating. Look at that. Oh, look at this. I'm like so excited. See all that all the way down there? And I just saw these ones on this side too. On this side, the other row, We have some here already germinated. That is really awesome. I went to Lowe's and I purchased some mulch, so I'm gonna put the mulch exactly where I would step, like here. I'm gonna put the mulch on top there, so that way everything doesn't blend together, but you can still see where the seeds, you can still see that little indent I made for the seeds. All right friends, here it is. It's looking so good, and it got dark last night, so this is the next day and I want to show you this difference. Okay, so one day difference, and look at the seeds poking their heads out of the ground. Do you see that? And I just want to illustrate to you why I put the mulch here. So I'm walking on where the mulch is, so that's my footpath, and look at the seeds here. So this is my footpath, so I would know not to step on any seeds or anything. So always keep that in mind. You have a path where you should be walking, so that way you don't destroy your seeds by mistake. Okay, but anyway, so I just wanted to share this with you. All right friends, thank you so much for staying all the way to the end, and if you did, please leave me a fall leaf in the comment below.